Hello viewers, greetings from wherever you're watching. Um, this morning I want to continue from the previous videos I made regarding the preparation for the Third World War. This Third World War, I have told you, is likely to lead to Armageddon and is also likely to be the last World War according to the statement by the planners of this war. The planners are the people that I want to talk to you about in this video. you know One of them is Abat Park. He is the one whose picture is up here. He is the one that wrote the script with which the First World War was executed successfully. The first world, the Second World War, and now the Third World War. Abat Pike was a supreme grand commander of the global Freemasonry. That is, he's one of the greatest leaders and those who set the foundation of this global Freemasonry you hear about today. Is a secret court that has been existed for a very long time. It is where all your leaders belong. The world leaders, that is their court. The world leaders you hear about today, the president of different countries, many of them belong to this Freemason. Majority of them, that is where they receive their orders from. Okay, the leaders of all these World Economic Forum and all that, they are the members of this secret society, international secret society. Okay, so Abat Pike was one of their supreme grand commanders. He operated in his own time. He operated in his own time as one of their greatest leaders. Okay, so he wrote a letter to Giuseppe Mazzini, his colleague in Italy. So that letter contained the First World War, how it would be executed and what it would achieve. The Second World War, how it would be executed and what it would achieve, and now the Third World War and what it will achieve. Okay, he's the one that wrote what the world leaders are using to execute these wars. So now they have started that of the Third World War, which I have told you that from all indications, from the content and the statement, it will lead to Armageddon, and it is the last world war. It is likely to be the last world war. Okay, so I want you to watch this particular statement. I want to show you right now. Just pause this video and read through the content of this particular information I want to display on the screen right now. Now, there is a video I will play right now. The video will give you a detailed explanation of what I am talking about. Okay, what I've just told you now. Just watch this video by this professor. Okay, you will see what your leaders are actually doing. You will see that this world we are in, there are people that run it. Okay, most of the things that you see happen, they were planned by some persons. Okay, these people, they believe that you can bring order through chaos. Just watch the video.
In a letter dated 22 January 1870, Mazzini wrote to Pike. Now, Albert Pike is this high mason who wrote the manual, if you like, of Scottish Freemasonry. He said the following: "We must allow all of the federations to continue just as they are. It must appear as things are as they were in the beginning, with their systems, their central authorities, and diverse modes of correspondence between high grades of the same right, organized as they are at present, but we must create a super right, which will remain unknown, to which we will call those Masons of high degree whom we shall select. With regard to our brothers in Masonry, these men must be pledged to the strictest secrecy. Through this supreme right, we will govern all Freemasonry, which will become the one international center, the more powerful because its direction will be unknown. Now, Albert Pike wrote a letter to Mancini, and that was dated August 15, 1871, in which he propagated that there should be a world order, a one order where all nations are under the control of one central organization. And in order to achieve this, they planned, and there are numerous quotes for this, so I've put a number on the screen because some will say, I don't trust this, I don't trust that, I don't trust the other. Here are references down there, there are references up there, there will be references in other slides, so it comes from different sources. He said, and this was, by the way, on display in the British Museum and could be seen there until it was taken away. The First World War, to overthrow the power of the Tsars in Russia, protector of orthodoxy, and bring about an atheistic communistic state. Did that happen? Yes. Now that was written long before this event. Long before this event. This was written in 1871. This war broke out in 1914. The Second World War, that's also written long before the event, to originate between Great Britain and Germany, to strengthen communism as antithesis to the Judeo-Christian culture, and bring about a Zionist state in Israel. Did it achieve this objective? Yes. In fact, after this war, Israel, in its present form, was reinstated under the protection of Britain. And then, interestingly enough, a Third World War, a Middle Eastern war involving Judaism and Islam, and spreading internationally. That's fascinating. Is that on the cards, or what do you think? Certainly sounds like we are on track. Well, here's another quote, just in case people don't like that quote. Mazzini with Pike developed a plan for 3 world wars so that eventually every nation would be willing to surrender its national sovereignty to a world government. The first war was to end the Tsarist regime in Russia, the second to allow the Soviet Union to control Europe, the Third World War was to be in the Middle East between Muslim and Jews and would result in Armageddon. Interesting. Now, how were they going to do it? Let's read what Albert Pike wrote about these wars and how they were going to be unleashed. He wrote, quote, "We shall unleash the nihilist and the atheist," so the destroyer and the atheist, "and we will provoke a formidable social cataclysm which in its horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism. Origin of savagery in the most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere the citizens obliged to defend themselves against the minority of revolutionaries will exterminate these destroyers of civilization, and the multitude, disillusioned with Christianity, will receive the pure light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer. The destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time." Wow, what a clever plan. So you rub the two systems which you create up against the other. You create atheism as an antithesis to the Judeo-Christian culture. You have these two clash until they rub each other up, and then out of that you will get a new world order where you have a new religion which is far more esoteric and actually honors Satan. Isn't that a rather clever plan? Well, it's very successful. That is why Ordo ab Chao is the the verse, if you like, that Freemasonry uses. This is one of their documents, remember, that I photographed in a Masonic lodge.